If you want to stay up to date with all current hip hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become part of this community. So, what's up with Drake's Certified Lover Boy? It's now April, and if you've been following the channel for some time, you remember that in the last video about this new project, I've said that it was gonna drop in April, or at least that's what I thought at the time, because this assumption, I had from some statements from DJ Academics, who, as we all know, is someone who is kind of close to Drake. They're at least in contact. He's been right about a lot of stuff in the past, and is just someone who I would trust when it comes to new Drake releases. And back at the end of February, he said, Drake told me that it's going to be dropping before April, so he's not waiting until summer to drop his stuff. I don't want to say before April. April or before. Now, if you've been following the channel, as I said, you've heard this statement before. That's something I went over back when this was really, recent. And I said, we can all get excited for Drake's new album, Certified Lover Boy, in April or before April. And I said, even back then I was realistic, and I said, it's probably not going to drop before April. We all know Drake. It's probably going to, he said April or before. And I said that I thought it was going to drop in late April. And that's still what I think today, because a lot of you have been hitting me up in the comments and on social media in my DMs and been saying like, oh, it's now April, so you lied to us. But I still believe that Certified Lover Boy is going to drop in April. And even in that other video, I said that I thought it was going to drop at the end of April. We still have a lot of Fridays left in April. We have this week, the 9th, which I don't think it's going to drop. I think he's going to do some more promotion, some bigger promotion for this. We have the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. Now, I can really see this dropping the 30th, like the last possible date. The day after is already the May 1st, but I can really see this dropping on the 30th. I don't think he's going to drop it within the next 3 Fridays. I think it's going to be after that, because I still believe that we're going to get a single. I still believe that he's going to do some more promotion for this, because this, as I've said in a lot of videos already, is a very, very important project for him. And the reason I think so is because what he's done with his promotion leading up to now is kind of, trying to really get both of his fan bases, and I'm talking about the new ones that are just, on the God's Plan hype train, and it's not the hype train anymore, but the people that just like Drake because he's the biggest artist in the world, and the ones that have been around since, So Far Gone or Take Care or like the old Drake era, And by really alluding to his other old projects, like he did in this trailer that we got, last October, in which he announced that it was going to drop in January. We can all laugh at that now. But in that video, in that trailer, he alluded to so many of his past projects. He recreated the cover for Take Care and for Nothing Was the Same, and that's why I think that he's trying to recapture that old energy they had back then, and he's trying to catch those old listeners, those old fans again that maybe have been turned off of his music because he went kind of mainstream and was just hopping from wave to wave over the past couple of years, which is not a bad thing, of course. He's done this very successfully. He's one of those artists that can just, adjust to whatever wave is going on in hip hop and make it his own sound. And that's why he's been so successful and why he's become the biggest artist on the planet over the last 5 to 6 years. But I think that's a big part of why we're going to get some more promotion leading up to this. Now, he of course also dropped an EP recently, Scary Hours 2, which I was very excited about. You've probably seen my review on it and my videos leading up to it, but I thought What's Next featuring Lil Baby was great. That was like an older Drake song that I really like. It reminded me a lot of stuff that he did like Club Paradise or with Trust Issues and that era with the hook sins. I got sins on my mind, you know what I mean. My singing skills right here. So that's why I'm actually in good spirits about this new album dropping, and I think that, as I said, he's trying to really get both of these fan bases and try to get them together to really this is probably he's trying to make this his pinnacle in his career. And that's why I don't think that he was just going to drop it as a surprise drop on the 9th now. And the reason Akademiks also said this back in February was because a lot of people thought it was going to drop in February on a Thursday in February, and he said no, it's not going to drop then. He said it's because he spent so much time on this project that he's not trying to put it out as a surprise project. As I just said, that's probably because it means so much to him to recreate something that he's done in the past and try to get every single kind of Drake fan out there that likes him for different reasons to also like this new project. I really think that Drake could make this his biggest project to date, and that's why, that's why I'm so excited about it. To kind of like come back to what I believe the release date will be and what's kind of, what the status of the album is right now, I still believe that Akademiks could be right about his predictions about the album dropping in April or he said April or before, but of course it's now April and we didn't get it before, but we did get Scary Hours. So, in some ways he's right, and he could have just maybe had the wrong information, but still the right dates and all that. So that's why I still think that Akademiks is right in this, and I'm still very much convinced that it's going to drop this month in April. I think we're going to get a single maybe next Friday on the 16th, and then maybe some trailer or some, merch or tour announcement on the 23rd, and then it's going to drop on the 30th. So this week, I think, is like the calm before the storm, because before Drake then really decides to go all in next week and tries to promote this new record. And that's kind of my theory on it. Now, I, of course, could be wrong. I really want to know what your theories are and what you think about this, but I still think it's dropping in April. We've just gotten so many hints for it. He originally wanted to release it in January, so it's not like it's not done and it's just, been scrapped like Kanye's or Young Thug's albums, but this is like finished. We're still going to get this. He's been very official about it. He's posted on stories about it for the reason it got delayed and all that, so I still think we're going to get it, and it's probably going to be before the summer. Like, that's what I could imagine. Vaccinations for COVID are going around. If he decides to drop it before March, as I said, April 30th is my prediction. Then he's like the hero for everyone when everyone goes out again and parties, and Drake is like the person they're listening to. So I think that's really what he's trying to go for with the release date for this one. But that's just my theory. Let me know what you think about this. When do you think Drake's new album, Certified Lover Boy, will drop? Do you also agree with me that next week we're going to get something and that it's then going to drop on April 30th? Or do you have a whole nother theory? I really want to know about this. Let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media and blog down in the description. It really helps me out. Until the next one, y'all have an incredible day, and y'all take care.